When I go to the store and get a watering can, a lot of times you get the watering can and it has a big head on it with multiple holes, and the holes are fairly large, and it makes it really hard to water some of your small and delicate plants. So what I decided to do was to show you how to take several different types of plastic containers that you might be able to upcycle into something and turn them into watering cans. The first one, I've numbered all of these 1 through 4, and the first one you'll see I already have, I've already placed holes, and I don't know if you can see them, but they start about right here, and it's in a square shape, and I've been using this for a while and it works quite well. However, I believe I drilled them with 1/16 inch holes, and I think I put too many in there, frankly. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make several other types with different sizes of holes or different locations of the holes, and I think that what you'll find is that you'll have much more control over the amount of water that you use and where you place it when you're putting it on the plant. So let's get started with this one. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this. Focus. But you can see that I have holes drilled, and I made it a much smaller pattern than I did on number 1. And we're going to try this again. We're going to take all of these and we'll fill them up with water and we'll give them a shot. On this one, on number 3, I'm going to show you what to do with the lid. Alright, so I think that is enough holes for now in number 3. Now if we need to, we can always add more, but I start with a smaller amount than what I think that I need, and I add to it. My favorite container to use is these fabric cleaner and fabric softener containers, because they have a handle and you drill the holes in the lid, you just screw it on, you fill it, screw it on, and away you go. And I find that they're the best ones to use out of all of them. So let's go ahead and make one real quick, and then we're going to give all 4 of these a shot so you'll see what they're like. So to start off with, I decided to put a very small amount of holes in this top lid. That way we can practice and we can decide if that's what we want, if that's how we want to present our watering capabilities to our plants. Now, if you're watering and you're putting a small amount of water on your plants, like you're feeding seedlings, then certainly you'd like a lot less water. But if you're using this to water some flowers or larger plants in your garden, then obviously you'd want to put a larger number of holes. Now, another nice thing about using this type of a container is most of these lids are interchangeable. So you can use one container size, either the large, medium, or the small one, and you can make multiple lids to fit this container. So let's give these a shot. We'll fill them up with water and I'll show you how they work. Okay, I have them lined up here. Number 1 is the one that I've been using, and you can see that, you know, it's dirty. So let's take a look at it from the side. Take a look at it from the front. And it doesn't take long to drain this amount of water. What I like to use these for is not just for watering, but I also like to use them to put my compost tea on my garden. It works quite well. Now this one would be great for if you have a lot of seedlings, because I've drilled just a very small number of holes. It's number 2. I've drilled a small number of holes. You can see how this would work really nice for your seedlings. Now again, I used a 1/16 inch drill bit. It's the smallest drill bit that I have in my arsenal. I would even advise that you could go with a smaller bit if you have it. Maybe a smaller bit with a larger number of holes. This is our number 3. I decided to try it with the lid to show you that we can maybe drill a lid out like we do with this one, with multiple different lids, and interchange them on different containers. It's very fine. There's not a lot of pattern here. I may want to go through and clean that up, but it definitely shows us that drilling in a thicker piece of plastic, a thicker lid like this, will restrict the water flow more than drilling through a thin piece of clear plastic like what we have on number 1 and number 2. And on number 4, again, the pattern looks like that in the middle. And like I said, these are my favorite containers to use, because you have a handle and you can reach down and you can squeeze it with your fingers and your thumb and still hang on to the bottle and the container well. And you can water very controllably like this. And again, this is the 1/16 inch drill bit. There's several other videos online, I think, that talk about different ways to make a watering can, but the reason why I wanted to make a video was to show a comparison of different styles and ways to use different containers, and then the result that you get when you use that type of container. So hopefully that's been beneficial, and if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, bottoms up.
If you found this video to be helpful, informative, or otherwise entertaining, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, remember to smile for a stranger today. You'll both be glad you did.